Today on The Unveiled, I'm sitting down with Mandy Lyttle, the powerhouse behind the No Apologies community and the Paid to Exist program. She has built an entire movement around one revolutionary idea: that you can be unapologetically yourself on social media and actually get paid for it. Not by performing, not by following some formula, but by showing up so authentically that people can't help but be magnetized to you. I recently did their 21-day challenge and something shifted in me. I started gaining traction. I started feeling what it's like to just exist online without apologizing for taking up space. And then I stopped when the challenge ended and I got stuck again. So today we're going deep. I want to know their journey, what it took for them to show up unapologetically, what the turning point was, and how they teach others to do the same. Because here's what I'm learning. Being yourself isn't a strategy. It's a practice. And Mandy has mastered it. Let's get into it. Welcome back to The Unveiled. I'm here with Mandy Lyttle. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. How are you?
I'm good. And I want to just dive right into it because I only have like 30 to 45 minutes of being able to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
I want you to take me back to the before you were posting on social. Take me back to when you started showing up unapologetically online. What was that version of you like, and what were you afraid of?
That's a good question. I was actually just thinking about this literally today because I actually started posting online like 2 years before I really made it my full-time thing.
Hmm.
And during that period, like when I really started posting on TikTok, it was right after I had gotten divorced. And it was like an outlet for me to show up
Oh.
because that version of me, I was scared of freaking everything. Like literally everything. This was before I even really had success in my career at all or anything, even before social media. I started posting online because I had just gotten out of this relationship and I was having all of these insights because it was the first time in my adult life that I was single.
Hmm.
And I was just like really codependent, really scared to be in the world by myself. And
How
I
long were you
remember
married?
post
How long were you married?
I was married for 4 years. We were together for 5 years. I got married at 21.
Oh, young. Yeah.
So, yeah. And and I very vividly remember when I got married, I was like, "Oh, perfect. Like I'm locked in early and I'm never going to have to be alone ever again."
Hmm. And then you just started like coming on and like sharing what you were feeling every time. Like you would have like something take over you during the divorce, or
Yeah, it was like I got divorced in December of 2021 and 2022. That year I just started posting. I started posting on TikTok mainly, and I would just be like sharing the insights of what I was learning about myself, what I was going through. Yeah, there was no like selling happening or any goal with it other than to just speak my truth.
were you at like 0 followers, like 200? What were you starting at?
I don't even remember. That's such a good question. Yeah. I mean,
It's been a
obviously
while, huh?
I started with like nothing because it wasn't originally just a TikTok I would watch other people's TikToks on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when I had my first 10K month, I only had 1,234 followers. So
Oh.
it wasn't very many.
What would you say the cost of you not being yourself was? Like, what was it doing to you internally?
Oh man, I was depressed.
You're so
Like,
cute.
to say the least. I was like a shell of a human. Like when I got divorced, I realized because everyone left with her and
Mm.
I was like, "Oh, she was keeping every relationship in my life alive."
Oh.
Basically. And so I had like no network. I felt just lost because
You were
I was such a follower. I was so codependent on her. She planned everything. She did everything. So I would just go along with basically whatever
you were living
she wanted.
through her in a way.
Totally.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So, what was your fuck it moment? Like, where you were like, okay, I'm just going to do this. I don't give a shit what I look like. Yes, I'm finally being seen. Like, did you feel ready when you did it? Like, what was the moment? Can you take me back and like where you just snapped?
Okay. So, like I said, 2022 was the year that I was posting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Christmas of 2022 was when I fully hit my fuck it point because I had spent that entire year like basically building out of fear.
Mm.
I got in a new relationship. I like tripled my income as a massage therapist. Like I hustled and like built up my massage therapy business because I was so scared to have to like pay all my bills by myself and everything.
Mm.
So I hustled and I built my shit. Like we went on a bunch of trips. Like I was in my sense of what I was doing at the time, I was creating my dream life. Like I was going for it. But it was all from fear because I was just freaking terrified of the world, of being alone, of everything. And I hit my fuck it point Christmas of 2022 because I was sitting there looking at my life and I had just gotten back from this trip with my boyfriend and I had all this extra money that I had never had before in my life and I'm looking around and I'm like, why am I still so miserable? Like it doesn't make any sense. I'm looking at my life and I'm like, I should be happy, right? Like I have everything that I wanted before. I wanted to have like this great relationship with this guy who's super hot, who is everything that my ex-wife wasn't. And I have all this money. I have the freedom to go on these trips. Like, why am I so miserable? And that was when I took my heroic mushroom dose trip. And that was my
Ooh.
fucking. Can I
What
talk about
happened
that on here?
there? What'd you see on that trip? Like, what made you?
Well, okay. So, have you done mushrooms?
I
Did we
have,
talk about
but
this?
I did them
Okay.
back in the day, like during the like street drug days, and I didn't have like the intention with it. I wasn't spiritual then, so it was a really bad trip for me. But I've done Aya, so I totally understand, the spiritual way of using these, different plants and everything. So
Okay. Okay. So, have you heard of the heroic dose idea?
I think I have, but I can't remember. Tell me more.
Okay, well, basically, it's this idea. I think it's coined by Terrence McKenna, who's like a mushroom guy. And I had done like little doses of mushrooms throughout my life many times. Like I was very well versed in it. And every time I would get like little insights and I'd be like, oh, like this is cool, it's whatever. Or I'm at a music festival and I'm having a good time. But I had always heard about the heroic dose. And he was like, the way he would describe it is if you take 5 grams alone in total darkness, you meet God and you
Oh.
can't, nothing will ever be the same. And at this point, I didn't really believe in God. I just was like, the universe, that's just what it is. We're all connected. But I didn't really
Yeah.
have like religion anymore or any specific belief around it.
Hmm.
So when I'm sitting there miserable, like hating my life, even though it looks perfect, I'm like, God, what is wrong? Like, what is happening? Why am I so miserable? Like, that was all I could think of was like, I need to meet God. I need to talk to this motherfucker and be like, why am I miserable? So that was my logic at the time. So I had a bunch of mushrooms just chilling in my room that I hadn't taken. I just had them from somewhere. And I was like, fuck it. It's Christmas. I'm live 2,000 miles away from my family. My boyfriend's busy at work all day for 14 hours. I have nothing to do. No one's going to bother me. I'm just going to do it.
By yourself.
And
Oh, wow.
yeah, I had been really scared to do it. I had always been curious about it, but I had been really scared till that point because I was like, that much has to be like dangerous, like
Yeah.
that could send you to the hospital or something. But at that point, I wouldn't say that I was suicidal because I wasn't, but I was just like, fuck it.
Just dead inside.
Just fuck it. Like, you know what? If
Yeah.
I did happen to die from this, it wouldn't be the worst thing. And like
I love you.
that's I was like that. I was like, I wouldn't want to try to kill myself, but I was like, so I was at my fuck it point. So I took the mushrooms and everything dissolved. Reality was gone completely. It was one of those experiences you can't describe really, and I could
Yeah.
sit here and try to describe it, and it would still probably make no sense. But the part that I can explain is that I experienced not being Mandy and just being consciousness.
Oh, no personality. How
Yeah.
freeing
And
is
my body,
that?
no body, no light, no feelings, no sound, no stories, no nothing. And when I came back, I felt like I watched the creation of the universe. I watched myself be like, let there be light. And then there was light.
Mm.
And then everything came back slowly. And the profound part of that was when I came out of it and I was back in my body again, I was like, oh, oh my God. I didn't think I was coming back to play this character. I thought I was dead. Like I was gone. And so I all of a sudden had this appreciation for myself. And I was
Oh.
like, "Oh, I need to be Mandy again. Like it's not over."
This episode is sponsored by Torchbearer Tachyon, a divine portal for peace based in Charlotte, North Carolina. They offer 1-hour nervous system resets, available both in person and remotely, designed to bring you into alignment physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. If you're feeling called to reset and recalibrate, you can experience it for yourself at a discounted rate. Listeners of The Unveiled receive 20% off your first session, bringing it from $111 down to $88.80 when you use code UNVEILED20. Book your session at torchbearertachyon.com today. I totally think I had that. No, I had that in my Aya experience. Like I loved Megan. Like for the first time I saw Megan as like the light being that I am, and I was like, "Oh my God, now I know why people love me." Like I was like I totally felt that. I swear to you. I was like in the middle of Colombia with shamans. And yeah, I totally felt that. So go on then.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, where you're like,
Yeah.
wait, do you know those metal drums that people play? Looks kind of like a
Um,
spaceship.
yes. A panhan or
Okay.
panhan, I think. Yeah.
Hand, yeah, handpan. Yeah.
Pan
Okay.
pan.
Whatever. I had one of those at the time, and I sat in my room in the dark playing it for like 2 hours. Just
Oh,
like, whoa, life is the coolest thing ever. And I'm so
love
happy I
it.
get to be me. But I woke up the next day being kind of like, okay, wait, do I still go to work?
Like now
Or
what?
like, I don't really know where to go from here. Like, this is cool, but like, I'm not really sure what matters anymore.
Mm.
And that was when I found Sam.
Like the next day?
And literally that same week, I was doom scrolling, and I had already found her and followed her on social media a little bit before that. But it was just here and there, and I was kind of her hater. Like maybe you've heard me tell this part of the story where I
I
was like her
did.
hater.
Yeah. Say it again though,
Yeah.
because
Well, I was like, she pissed me off because I found her, but she triggered me. She would be talking about how you create all your own problems and you get off on your problems and like all of this like existential kink stuff.
yeah.
And I was so triggered by it, but I would still watch. So I would like hate on her and be like, ugh, how could she say things like that? But I would still go look her name up and keep watching her stuff. But at this point in my life, I had kind of forgotten about her for a period. But I was doom scrolling because I was like, I have no idea what to do after this crazy trip. Nobody in my life believes me. They all think I'm fucking crazy and I just did too many hallucinogens. And I found Sam on a TikTok and she was like, you created me to tell you this. And I was like, wait, you get it? And it was the most profound, like, Truman Show moment of my life. Do you know what the Truman Show is?
I do. I do with Jim Carrey, right? Yeah.
It was like,
A mirror. I
you
call
know,
it a mirror moment, is what I call it.
okay,
Yeah.
well, it was a mirror moment. It was like, okay, wait a second. One of the actors was like breaking the fourth wall. So she's like, you created me. Hello, do you remember? And so then from that moment, I read her book. I started following everything she did. I joined her community. I started asking for help. And basically, she helped me integrate that experience by just owning none of this matters unless I make it matter. And that I'm creating my whole reality. I can do whatever I want. And that is something that I feel like as a concept I had learned before, and I had been following a lot of manifesting and a lot of spiritual teachers and searching for answers for years. But it wasn't until that trip and meeting Sam that I finally was able to be like, okay, I'm going to go balls to the wall. Fuck it. Like your question. Hello, we're circling back finally. And just unashamedly just be who I am online. And yeah, that was when it all started with Sam. So
she just kind of took you under her wing, and you like took all her
pretty much
courses. Yeah, no.
I
She's a
forced my way in.
powerhouse. I'll tell you what, she's a fucking powerhouse. I mean it, like.
The thing about Sam is that I think the reason why she was the only person that could get through to me and help me integrate that experience is because she is so like anti-spirituality.
Really?
Which is, and it's funny because she's like one of the most spiritual people and very
Yeah.
connected and tuned in with her intuition, but she explains it and understands it in such a simple, applicable way that when
Human
she would
way.
talk, very human, she is very into the human experience.
Yeah, she's not woo, and like she's so fucking self-aware. Like I was like, "Oh my god." Like when I was in the class like the first day, I was like, "Holy shit, man. These two are like self-awareness and human form, like just walking around like it was wild."
Yeah.
How does one actually show up authentically like day to day when we live in such like an artificial reality now, it seems, with all the social media stuff? Like how do you, like, I know when I go on to post, I feel like I'm still forcing it, so I feel fake. But you guys, it's
Okay.
like so fucking effortless. I'm like, how are they doing this every day and like not feeling like they're pulling from something, or you know what I mean?
Dude, it to me it really comes back to the basics. And the basics is, well, it's two parts, but it's one, not consuming a bunch of other people's stuff, not
You
comparing yourself,
you taught me
judging
that.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is huge because, like you said, oh, in this like very artificial world that we live in, it only feels like that really if you're consuming a ton of stuff.
Right. Right.
So if you're not and you're just there in your room and you're like, I'm here and I exist, this is my life and I'm the main character, then you give yourself space to not take on a bunch of comparisons and judgments and expectations of where you should be. You're farther along, or you should be farther along, and you're behind. And
Yeah.
like the thing that Sam taught me in the very beginning that has rung true to this day is like all of your limitations are caused by judgments, comparisons, and expectations. And if you stop judging yourself, stop comparing yourself to everyone, and stop having expectations of where you should be or what you shouldn't be doing, that's how I feel that you can show up authentically.
Wow.
You have to let go of the stories, and that takes letting go of all the consumption and giving yourself space to just be like, what do I actually feel and think and want to do?
Wow. So you guys don't consume at all, do you?
No, I'm not going to say I don't consume at all.
Maybe
Just
once
to
in a
be
blue
clear.
moon, but
No, just to be clear, like I do consume things, but I find that now I'm the space between me getting stuck in like a doom scroll or distracting myself and like snapping out of it and being like, okay, what am I avoiding right now?
oof,
Has become shorter and shorter. So it's
that's
not that I'm
gold.
like not a victim to it, or not, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a victim to it, but not, it's not that I'm not susceptible to it, but I just become more and more aware of like, okay, if I'm doing this, What am I avoiding right
I'm
now? Come
avoiding
on.
something. Yeah. Like I've been sober for like 90 days almost, and I would smoke
Right.
pot to avoid like even irritation, or I would smoke it to avoid feeling, right? Like, and my guides are like, oh yeah, once you like, you can entertain it again once you're not avoiding something. So I totally
Right.
understand what you mean by yeah, like yeah. So you kind of allow
Like
yourself
you're
to do it when you're not avoiding something. Yeah. When the
oh,
cringe comes, like, or does the cringe still come ever for you?
oh yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think that ever
I would have never thought that. Like, I thought you were cringe free. So,
No. You know what? It's funny. I actually just posted a video inside the community space literally yesterday talking about how to sell without it being cringe. And
yeah.
I was talking to Ray and he goes, "Well, why does it have to not be cringe?" And I started laughing because I was like, that's such a good point. Like, I
Yeah.
don't feel like I have gotten rid of the cringe. If anything, I will notice if something is cringe, and now I'll be like, "Ooh, I need to lean into it and be even more cringe," until I
Mm.
like over cringe myself out to the point where it's not cringe anymore.
That's what I'm doing with fear. Like I'm walking with the fucking fear, and like I just joined this speaker, like learn training how to be a national speaker thing a couple months
Okay.
ago, and I'm doing it because I fear so bad. Like I would piss myself if I had to go like do a speech tomorrow in front of 5 people, right? Like the podcast, the podcast alone was me fighting through fear. Like I would shake. This is the first conversation, honestly, that I've had that I haven't, right, Mackenzie, that I haven't been shaking. I wasn't nervous.
Nice.
I wasn't fucking nervous, and I think it's something about your energy because, and we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But yeah. Enough about me. What's the difference in being
That's awesome.
unapol? Thank you. What's the difference?
Hold on. I need to
Oh,
stop.
can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
You're
Just
laughing at
it's
me.
no, it's just funny how you were talking about how you're getting over yourself and you're like celebrating yourself a little bit, like appreciate yourself. It's cool.
Oh,
And then you're like, enough about me. Let me move on to the
yeah,
question.
I know. Isn't it sick? It's like wild. Um, what's the difference in being unapologetically yourself versus oversharing or performing?
Okay. So,
Oh, and how do you know when it's authentic versus, you're trying to prove something?
yeah, you have to just always bring it back to your own feelings
Mm,
because any time that you're judging that, I mean, really it is a judgment, right? This is a performance versus this is me being authentic. Blah blah
yeah.
blah. Like these are judgments. It's all you. Like it's all
Yeah.
you either way. Even if you show up and you're, trying really hard and you're freaking reading a script, you're still being yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But the thing that I think it always comes back to is feelings because if you're looking at it from the perspective of do I feel good? Like do I feel empowered? Do I feel like even if I do feel cringe, am I leaving that situation being like, you know what, I fucking did it. I
Mm.
showed up. I said what I wanted to say. Even if it did make me shake, I did what I wanted to do. Like you have to come back to your own feelings with it because any other judgment that you make on that would be based off of someone else's perception, which you're never going to be able to manage anyways.
That's so good. This is so good. Oh my God.
It's
I
just
swear, is there anything that you can't answer like perfectly? It's wild. Um, if someone's listening right now and they want to show up authentically, but they are terrified, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to show up as inauthentically as possible on
Mm.
purpose. Like literally write yourself a script from Chat GPT and put on like your most best outfit and just like go as fake as possible.
What is the psychology? I know there's a psychology behind that. Like, what would you?
Because then it's you're taking your power back from something that you're trying to avoid instead by just running straight into it. It's the same thing as like the, like what you were saying with fear, running straight into the fear. Like if you're afraid to show up authentically and you're just like, this is so scary. Okay, well, show up inauthentically. You'll see that it's just as scary.
Like I just saw an image of somebody jumping out of an airplane. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Like
And it,
you'll realize that it's not as scary as you think. It's really, or it's not scarier to show up authentically than to show up inauthentically. Like both ways, you're putting energy into being seen, and you'll just realize, like if you go really hard one direction, you'll realize that you might as well just show up how you want to show up, because the other one is taking a lot more energy.
why do you think it's so fucking hard for us to be who we are?
Good question.
I really don't know the answers to these at all. Like I swear, like I have no. Yeah, it's yeah.
No, it's a good question, because I think that it's, if I'm just speaking from my own experience, we forget who the fuck we are. We don't know who we are.
Oh yeah,
So so then it's like, oh, what is my authentic self? Like
yeah.
there's this obsession, and I used to be really obsessed with this. There's this obsession with like defining yourself and coming up with there's so many personality quizzes. There's human design, there's astrology, there's all of these things to define you and put you into a box. And it gives our ego, at least, this sense of like, oh, yes, I'm so understood. This makes sense for me. Everything in my life makes sense now. And it just really validates that you are this little body.
Mm.
But when you zoom out for a second and look at the fact that you are being animated by something, and you have an experience like similar to what you're talking about with ayahuasca and my experience with mushrooms, and people have it with all kinds of things. Sam had a financial awakening. Like you can have awakenings in many different ways, where you suddenly for a moment in time realize that you're not just this little body that you're inhabiting right now.
Yeah.
That's the space where I feel we become more okay with being ourselves, because we realize that our self is so much bigger than just this little human identity that we've created.
Yeah. Good answer. Wow. What is the one belief someone needs to shift to go from hiding to unapologetically themselves online?
Oh man. I would say you have to realize what is the thing that is going to force it to happen for you. Because it's different for everyone, but the way I look at it is like there's a point of no return for things. Like there's
Yeah.
a point where you burn your backup plan. There's a point where you get to where it's like you're forced to make something happen. And this happens to us a lot when we get into like a survival position of some kind, where this intuition just goes into overdrive. Like,
Right.
and if you figure out what that thing is for you and you do it on purpose, you have no choice. You will make the shift because it's your only option. And that's like an answer that a lot of people don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But because we love to just dabble and be like, oh, like I'll just half-ass this and I'll just sort of do this thing. But if I look back on my own experience and I'm like, what made this work for me to be like my life, and just there's no doubt in my mind that this is what I'm meant to be doing and that it's going to work and it's going to pay for my life forever. It's that I made that the only option. I didn't have a backup plan.
Mm.
Like
No
I
plan
didn't
B.
renew my therapy license. I burned a bunch of bridges with all of the relationships that I had in my life. I said the things online that I knew were true to me that I also knew were going to ruin relationships that I had. Like I intentionally did the things that I knew were going to burn the bridges and burn the backup plans that would allow me to like slip back into being my old self in my old life.
That's good. That's so good. So good.
But I will add something to that because there is a caveat. Unfortunately, or you could say fortunately, you either go willingly or by force.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I did a lot of things willingly that would have happened by force anyways, even if I didn't. Like you're only ever getting in the way of the plan of your life. So if you know you're meant to be doing something like showing up authentically online and being a personal brand and being yourself and being unapologetic, and you hold back because of, for example, relationships that you're afraid that you're going to lose,
Oh.
those relationships are already done anyways, babe. And the
Oh.
longer you try to hold on to it, the more the universe, is going to force it to be ripped away from you.
That was everything. That was everything. That is the best answer I've heard. I don't even ever. So, damn. Let's talk about paid to exist. How I found it was I'd been
Yeah.
stalking you for a while on TikTok. I just loved your face when you would get on there, and you're just the cutest thing ever. And you're just always saying the most like authentic things. And I didn't even know about, what you were all about yet. Right. Um, but my massage therapist came over and he goes, "Oh my God, I heard this song that reminds me of you, Megan." And I was like, "What is it?" And he was like, "It's paid to exist." I was like, "Oh God, I would love that." I'd love to be paid to just be here and be me. And then
Yeah.
like the next day or two after that, I had saw you offering it as a course. And I was like, okay, I'll follow the frequency here and see what this is all about. And man, this challenge opened me up. It actually made me cry several times. That one about what would you say or what would you do if you had 1 week to live, right?
Yeah.
That one really got me. And there was just something with you and Sam, this blend of just I don't even know how to explain it. And I think they need to go and figure it out for themselves and like experience it themselves because this class challenge is very affordable, everyone. And it's it's shifting me into actually, fighting past my fear of posting. I did fail. I did fail. I'll own that. The last 2 or 3 days, I did not do it because it was about selling things, and I have a problem with that. The cringeness, I don't know what it is. I guess it's not thinking I'm worth it. I don't know. I don't have anything to
You're
sell
still
packaged yet. Yeah, but I'm
You can
planning
still finish.
on. What'd you say?
I said you can still finish. You didn't fail.
Oh, I love you so much. You're so precious. But yeah, I mean, she's gonna force me to sell eventually. I know she is. I told her that. But yeah, let's talk to me about it. How did this come about? You and Sam were just sitting around one day, and did you hear the song, or what was this? Was this before the song? How did it come
So,
into play?
Pay to Exist actually started back when I first met Sam because that was part of the draw. Like I said, when I had that crazy trip and I was like, do I still go back to work? Like that was my
Mm.
first thought. I was like, do I still go back to work? That was when I realized, oh, I'm only doing this for money.
Mm.
And it wasn't like that for a few years. I had been doing massage therapy for like 6 years and I really liked it in the beginning, but it became all about money for me. And that was for me the main limitation that I was focused on, which is ironic because I was making great money, but I felt like a fucking slave to it.
Mm.
And one of the things that Sam was talking about in her content at the time when I first found her in the doom scroll was how she's just like, I get paid to exist. I get paid to exist. I get paid to exist. This is years ago, okay? Way before the song. I love the song. I've heard the song, by the way, too. But she was just, that's what she would say is, I get paid to exist. And I remember looking at her and knowing that she meant it when she said it.
It just
Like,
really got to you, didn't it?
I just knew it. It got to me, and I knew it, and I sat there, and I felt like there was this inner part of me that just knew that has to be possible,
Yeah.
even if I didn't get it, because I didn't get it at the time at all. But I'm like, it has to be possible. Like, there's no reason. Why the frick, if I am creating this entire reality, why would I create a reality where I have to work hard to make money?
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't make sense. And so she, throughout my whole journey of creating my own personal brand before we even joined forces, she taught me everything, taught me how to get paid to exist. And but we didn't say that really as like publicly what we were doing ever. It was just kind of our thing. Like, that's how we would talk about it, is we get paid to exist. And sometimes if we'd meet people, we'd say, yeah, they'd be like, what do you do? And we'd be like, we get paid to exist. And it was just kind of a little like inside joke. But it was serious. So we spent a couple of years, our background was teaching people about following their intuition, and it was just focused on that for years, coaching that, running retreats all over the world. We did Greece, Scotland, all this stuff. And when we finally like created paid to exist, we had gotten in this huge rut in our business, and we actually wrote a novel randomly about people pleasing. It was
My
like our
God.
project, and it was a huge flop. Like, people bought it, but we were just like, what the fuck are we doing? How did we end up here? We are not inspired. All of this sucks. And we have this huge audience and we have this business, but it feels stuck. And one random Sunday, we're sitting there at the kitchen table having our meeting, and the Andre actually was the one who like ignited the idea, because he was like, you know, you guys always say you get paid to exist. Like, what if you just taught people that?
That's great.
And we were like, wait. And it was like the light turned back on inside both of us. And we're like, "Whoa." Like, oh my God, this is our thing. And that day, we had a whole separate plan for what we were going to do that day. We ditched our plan. We spent the entire day putting together a sales page, all this stuff, blah, 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 emails. And we put it out and we're like, we're doing this new thing, blah, blah, blah. We're going to start it in a week. Like, we were just gung ho.
Just going for it.
And no one cared. No one cared. The first day, no one cared. No one bought it. And we were about to scrap it. The next morning, we sat there at our meeting and we were like, okay, well, maybe this was not the right direction to go in. 2 sales came in just then.
That
And we were like,
confirmation.
it's happening. And so then we spent that entire week like putting the first version of the challenge together, like a rapid speed. And it was 28 days to start with. So we recorded 28 videos, put it all together, worksheets, everything, inside circle, blah, 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 and promoted the whole thing in a week. Okay.
Wow. So wild.
It was the most rapid thing ever, but it was a huge success. We had like 32 people, I think, join the first round. And then round 2, we had 60, and it was our first 60-person launch of anything we've ever done.
And you're on round
And we
8
were,
now, right?
yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. And it's
So,
only growing. It's only how many wait, so you had 60 people on the first one?
so we had 30 people on the first one, and then we had 60 people on our second season, and that was our biggest launch we've ever had.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
incredible. That's incredible. What do you
So it
think
was cool.
what do you think the number one lesson is from Paid to Exist? I know we're gonna have to wrap up here, and I want you to leave, where people can find you guys. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this challenge is life changing, people. You definitely need to go through with it. But yeah, so what do you think the biggest lesson of it is for people?
Man, the biggest lesson, there's 2. One of
Okay.
them is that if you're not using social media, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
Because it is literally a free way for you to have a mass amount of relationships that has never existed before.
Hmm.
And two, which may be even the lesson that ties it the most home, is that your entire life and every experience that you've had has made you into the perfect version of yourself as you are right now
Hmm.
to get paid to be who you are and help a shit ton of people.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mandy, for coming on here today and like sharing
Yeah.
your, what I would say, ancient wisdom with everyone. You're just an incredible person, and I just thank you for being in my life and sharing everything with everyone.
Yeah, thanks for joining the challenge too and taking it and taking that adventure.
All right. Well, where can they find you? Tell everywhere where they can find you.
Find us on Instagram at No Apologies Inc.
And TikTok, right?
You can find us on TikTok too, but Instagram's where you're really gonna want to go.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Go to Instagram. No Apologies Inc.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, sweetie. And I will talk to you
Yeah,
really soon. All
cool.
right. Bye, babe.